The crypto bull run is upon us. This is an incredibly exciting time for investors. One of the trickiest things for investors is knowing when and how to cash out to lock in those sweet, sweet gains. Well, today I'm going to share with you my plan for cashing out during the bull run. Now, I'm sharing this with the intention not that you just run out and copy exactly what I'm talking about doing, but really just to help you make your own framework, to make your own decisions in regard to planning your exit strategy, just kind of get some ideas kicking around in your head. You see, this is a very exciting time because the bull market is when all the money is made. In fact, many regular investors, just like you, will actually see their modest crypto investments today turn into potentially millions of dollars in the coming months or years. Think that sounds crazy? Well, that is exactly what happened during the last bull run. Coins pumped by like thousands of percentage points in a very short amount of time. But for all of the millionaires that were made last bull run, only a small percentage of them actually kept the gains. So this video is designed to help get you thinking about how you can maximize your chances of getting rich and staying rich during this bull run. My name is Lark, and this is where you subscribe for all of the hottest and all of latest happening out here in the crazy, crazy markets. By the way, a very important part of cashing out and keeping your gains is actually being able to compound them later on. Heck, it's compounding your gains is important all the time. For this, I recommend BlockFi. Their interest accounts give 6% on Bitcoin, 5.25% on Ethereum, 5% on Litecoin and gold, and up to 9.3% on USDT, 8.6% on USDC. Safe, simple, easy, passive income. And as a bonus, if you sign up using the link down below in the description, then you can receive up to a $250 Bitcoin bonus, which is super, super awesome. Great incentive to try the service out if you've been thinking about earning a passive income with BlockFi. Let's get into this. So before I share my plan, I want to share some important things to keep in mind as we watch this bull run heating up and really starting to unfold over the coming months and potentially maybe a couple years it might last, right? The first thing that you need to become very comfortable with is the fact that your chance of exactly selling the parabolic market blow off top is incredibly small. So don't worry about trying to do it. You can reduce your stress. You don't have to catch that exact second. There is so much money to be made before that time that, it doesn't even matter if you get the exact top or not. There is a balance, though. You don't also want to cash out too early and miss out on majority of gains for your positions, but you also don't want to get too greedy and hold well past when you should sell, or at least, start taking profits on your positions. Also, as thrilling as trading can be, you need to understand this. You do not need to trade to be able to make big gains during the bull run. The biggest gains actually come from just holding your positions. But don't hold forever, especially when it comes to most altcoins. There are some good ones out there, but for almost all altcoins, you eventually need to press that sell button. But you don't need to day trade. So just something to keep in mind. Personally, I only make a few trades a month on average, only when I see setups that I really, really like. Sometimes, I'll go weeks without making a trade just because it's, whatever. Market's not doing what I want it to do, right? The overwhelming majority of my crypto, it's in an investing portfolio, so longer term horizons, right? The next point is that you need to be willing to take risks. Fear of loss or bear market PTSD, everything's all screwed up, it's always gonna keep going down. Nah, you're gonna miss out on a lot of opportunities with that. So you need to be open to taking risks. This is investing. There will always be risks, but take calculated risks. Stick to coins with strong fundamentals, good teams, all that stuff. Aping into the latest Uniswap scam coin with an anonymous team. That might seem like fun when everyone on crypto Twitter is doing it, until that team rug pulls and you lose all of your freaking money. Then it's not any fun, so don't do that, guys. Plenty of money to be made on safer plays. Also understand realistic gains potential. Big caps like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Good chance of a 10x on your money during the bull run. 10x on your money, that's amazing. That's crazy stuff, man. But if you really want to make the big money, then you need to play the altcoin game. Coins with market caps under like $20 million can easily give you 20x or more gains. Some of these will even go 100x. And what I am seeing right now is that it is the new coins, for the most part, that are pumping the hardest in this market. Old coins, especially the ones that were, not able to do anything with the tens of millions of dollars that they raised, and, the 3 years of time that they had during the bear market to do anything, they're probably not going to magically start doing something anytime soon. So I think a lot of those old coins have lost the buzz and, largely being forgotten about by the market. So don't get caught holding those bags. There are, of course, ones that are exceptions. They did do it right. They did come out of the bear market, absolutely swinging. Ones like Aave and Synthetics, great examples. But the new coins launching, they have the hype, they have the momentum behind them to move very quickly. And they lack as well a bunch of salty bag holders waiting to dump on every pump. So with all that said, here is my cash out plan. First, let's talk about Bitcoin. I'm not selling my Bitcoin. Done. Video over. No, seriously, but Bitcoin is a long-term wealth preservation tool. Yes, I could swing trade my Bitcoin, sell it at $200,000, try to rebuy back at a later, lower price, whatever. Maybe, just maybe, I'll consider doing that with a small percentage of my stack. But cash flow is why I have altcoins. Ideally, I will have made enough cash off of my altcoin plays that I'll be able to have plenty of cash on hand to be able to buy Bitcoin when we get a bear market dip. And it comes back down to $50,000 in like 18 months or something like that, 2 years, then I'll buy it. Anyway, that moves me on to talking about altcoins, which means we need to actually talk about Bitcoin again. As you know, Bitcoin, he's the king of the market, man. It's the big boy, So I'll be using that as an indicator for my wider market strategy. When Bitcoin finally cracks over $100,000, I'm going to take this as a signal that's going to be time to actually start averaging out of some of my positions on big cap altcoins like Ethereum, Cardano, and Polkadot. Exiting before Bitcoin gets to $100,000. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. By the way, I'm regularly flipping all kinds of, low cap, sometimes low quality altcoins. This will continue the whole way up. It's a bull market. These altcoins are pumping like crazy. Now, after or / if Bitcoin hits $200,000 this bull run, then I'll be mostly out of all of my altcoin positions. Why? Well, by the time Bitcoin hits such an insane valuation, the reality is that the market will probably need to start correcting. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it'll go up straight up to $500,000, whatever. But, the risk is that there could be another 2 to 3 year savage bear market. Maybe it's going to happen. Maybe it's not going to happen. But I don't want to expose myself to that kind of risk. I will take the risk off the table. I'll move into stable coins. My preference, USDC. That will go straight over to BlockFi and start earning some sweet, sweet interest. Now, if there is a major bear market, then I will buy back in, Ethereum and Bitcoin and stuff, more Bitcoin, I guess, with a portion of my USDC holdings. But in the meantime, they're earning that interest. Now, this, of course, requires patience, as it could take a year or more for the market to find a post-peak bottom. Now, if the market keeps mooning after I sell off most of my altcoins, then I guess I've only made millions of dollars. Sadness. Now, all of this assumes that the market follows a cycle similar to the last cycles, that there will be this massive parabolic run most likely going to happen. Now, if I see significant change in the market structure, then I will revisit this plan. This is not, set in stone. This is exactly what's going to happen. I can update this. You should stay flexible with your portfolio, but am I treating all my altcoins the same either? No, I'm not. Ethereum, for example, I won't be completely selling. I'm definitely going to take profits on Ethereum. If I see Ethereum at $5,000, we're going to take some of that off the table, guys. Maybe even sell 50% of it or more, right? When it comes to other altcoins, well, at this stage, I think almost every single one of them will be put up on the chopping block. Get that profit out, move on. don't get married to your bags, guys. I may make some exceptions for some DeFi players that I entered at cheap enough prices, which I see having really strong cash flows for token holders. If I'm making money holding those tokens, there might be an incentive there to hold that, right? But those are probably the big exceptions. Probably going to be exiting like 80% or more of my altcoin positions. Not all at once, of course, and stages are going to be laddering out as, the market continues upwards. Now, over the years, I've got pretty good at taking profits on altcoins. When you get a big pump, you take that initial capital back out, and then it's like a free moon bag, right? If it keeps pumping, take a little more off the table. Rinse and repeat. Maybe keep that little percentage of a moon bag just for the chance that it goes up like a 10,000x or something like that, whatever. Add back into the positions for when we see dips for the really good ones, so you can buy back in after selling too. That's also something. The not so good ones, you chop them, you sell, you move on. It is what it is. Now, if you have trouble with the whole topic of taking profits, then I'll leave a link to a great video that I did on how to take profits down below in the description of this video. So if that's a tricky topic for you, please watch that. It's really informative. But I, for one, have no plans to, be marrying heavy red bags during another bear market. It's just not worth it, man. Don't do that to yourself. That's crazy. Now that I've established when approximately I will be selling, what will I be selling into? Well, there are 4 areas that I intend to push my profits into. The first is into stable coins. My preference, as mentioned earlier, is USDC. I'm going to be dumping the majority of that into BlockFi to earn solid rates of return, maybe some DeFi or something like that. But most of it will just go straight to BlockFi. Simple, easy, passive income, right? The rates are so good. I trust the company. It's, I like having my money sitting over there. I will also put a small percentage of my profits into gold. Paxos gold will probably be what I'll put a lot of into. I might get some physical bullion just for fun, but Paxos gold most likely, lending on BlockFi as well, earning that 5% a year. That might end up being like 2% of my portfolio or something. Not a crazy amount, but some. The third area I'm going to plow a lot of money into is the stock market. Especially if there is a crypto frickin' bear market. During the last crypto bear market, stocks boomed hard. The S&P 500 hit a new all-time high like 6 times before Bitcoin hit a new all-time high. That's nuts, man. There was so much gains in the stock market. You need to stay flexible as an investor. Don't get also wedded to one investing class. Plus, it adds great diversification, a lot of potential. There's like, renewables and tech stocks, a lot of great stuff out there, really exciting stuff. So, yeah. Definitely something to look into. Stocks have had some crazy gains this year, so don't ignore it. And if I do really well off of the bull market, then I'm going to be looking to get a few investment properties as well. Fingers crossed that things go really well. Property is stupidly expensive here in New Zealand, so maybe I'll get 1 or 2 investment properties if I'm lucky, right? But this is something I definitely want to get in my portfolio long term. I don't have any investment properties yet. I think that'd be nice diversification for my portfolio. Now, this cash out plan, it sets me up to maintain exposure to the crypto market by still holding a selection of the top cryptocurrencies weighted towards Bitcoin, still with exposure to things like Polkadot and Ethereum, potentially a couple of DeFi coins, but massively reducing my risk with those. Altcoins really across the way, cutting all the riskier ones out, taking profits on those. At the same time, looking to build a strong cash position with high rates of return, ready to be able to buy back in during a future bear market. Stocks and property, they're going to give me a whole new area of growth and income for building lasting long-term wealth and diversification away from the crypto industry to balance out when we do have those big market correction times. And look, this is just my plan. It's just my plan, right? My thoughts on how I'm going to be approaching the bull run and cashing out. But if you play your cards right during this bull run, then you will also be able to ensure your long-term financial freedom. It's not rocket science, guys. It really isn't. But having a plan, even a vague one, will make it much more likely that you get rich for sure during this bull run and that you keep your gains. Anyway, that's the plan. That's the plan. I'm sure all kinds of things will change during the actual process of investing and playing around during this crazy bull market. It's going to, challenge you in ways you don't even realize with all the greed and the FOMO and it's exciting times. But anyway, it's good to have a plan, at least to be thinking about this before it happens so you're ready for it. Your question for today, do you have a cash out plan? And if so, what is your plan? Let us know down below in the comment section. Super curious to read those comments. So anyway, thank you so much for watching today's video. Long live the blockchain and peace out till next time.